Hey everyone, Melissa with the Abortion Survivors Network. As I've talked about a couple of times, our next Facebook Live is not until the end of the month, where we'll have multiple abortion survivors talking about their experience and really the March for Life theme. So you're stuck with me until then, doing some short videos. I know I must sound like a broken record sometimes, but I think it bears repeating. Who else is talking about how failed abortions affect everyone besides our organization? You know what? I see it in the lives of survivors every single day. I hear about it through former abortionists and clinic workers. We are working with families, right, as they're working to talk to a survivor about their experience, and then, of course, deal with that, really, for decades, right? The fact that we talk about it doesn't change the fact that healing is this continual process, and not just for a survivor, but for families. And, you know, I'm seeing it happen more and more, where we are being contacted by women who have experienced a failed abortion. And they're looking not only for hope, right? If the abortion has just failed and they are having questions, right, about the outcome for their child. Some of those women are actually, considering aborting again because they're fearful of the impact of that failed abortion on the life of their child. So they come to us, right, as they Google failed abortion. We come up gratefully. And so they're turning to us for information and for hope. And so it's an incredible blessing for us to be able to serve those women. But we're also contacted regularly by women who experienced a failed abortion a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago. And in a lot of those cases, they didn't have someone to reach out to. And so they experienced a failed abortion, grappled with what decision they were going to make after that. And because they didn't have anybody to talk to, turn to for support that could tell them that there can be good outcomes, that failed abortion turned into a successful abortion. And then a year later, 5 years later, 10 years later, they're looking for healing. They're looking for a community who has been in similar shoes. And think about this. I mean, I think about it every single day. If we know that there have been tens of thousands of abortion survivors, and there's going to continue to be, unfortunately, as long as abortion is happening, where are these families? Where are these women? Where are the children, right? I'm always looking for survivors, but we're also here for families. And so as we think about the role of the Abortion Survivors Network, yes, people know us because we are abortion survivors and we're serving abortion survivors, but we're also serving families. And when we talk about sharing truth, we don't take that lightly, right? We are champions of truth. We live with the truth about what abortion is and how failed abortions are happening on a regular basis. We know the truth about the humanity of the unborn child, right? All of those things. But in the midst of that, we also know that as we speak the truth, we're called to serve. And so we are working with some friends in ministry, and I can't wait for you to hear more about what this is going to look like in the next year and years after that, that we can make sure that we are meeting the needs of all people, men, women, and children, right? Extended family members who are all affected not only by abortion, but failed abortions. So important conversation for us to have as an organization and for you to have as you're going out and sharing the truth with people about abortion survivors and failed abortions. This is an important conversation for you to have, to remind people that not only does that failed abortion affect the life of the survivor, but it does affect the life of the woman. It affects a family, and that we need to bring healing and support to everyone who is affected. So that's my biggest biggest piece of encouragement as we go forward this Monday, right? This biggest piece of wisdom that I can plant for us to go forth and share this information together. Have a great week.